Oh yeah, and I did say a while back I wanted to do more streams. Schedules are kind of hard for that. Cultists believe the cave itself was malevolent. Something about not being able to escape. Like a little house. The victims were doomed to relive their final tortured hours forever. Oh no, this is the prison. Gotcha. Right. No wonder people went mad down here. Some more of their talismans just hanging around. It's not like I'm really gonna find anything in here, but it's just, I don't know. It's kind of cool to just get a better look at it. Sorry. Dark cultists. I just wonder, like, if this thing died or my portable battery bank for my vibe that I'm wearing just dies. Like, what happens? I guess it... Oh. I guess it's the same thing that would happen if your regular flashlight died while you're in a cave. It makes a weird visual effect, but it does cover a lot of ground. Oh yeah, so back to the stream thing. I said I was going to try to do it every weekend. My schedule has not been kind to me to allow me to do that. But I am going to make another concentrated effort to start doing that again. Though, depending on how things work out, I may have to change the regular stream time from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard to something a little later. And I'd kind of like to avoid that, but if that allows me to do more streams, I may end up taking that up. And I'll do my best to let you guys know, everything that's going on with that. The splooshy water noises are very loud. The cultists slept and ate here. What, just like in the water puddles? Like the monks who came after, they spent their time in silent prayer to an unanswering god. Ah, I see the beds now. Gotcha. Did they also have Oculus Rift scanning machines, or did they just do all this in the dark? Because this is pretty dark. And yet they somehow have these, like, tree things growing down here. I almost hesitate to call them trees, because I don't feel like you could legitimately grow a tree this far underground. But that's kind of what they look like. This way. It's kind of hard sometimes to figure out exactly where you can walk. Like if you're going too fast, then you just start not really figuring out what's going on around you. Okay, more beds. Oh, it's another statue of the glorious leader. I think that's my favorite part when you're going along and it looks like cave walls and all of a sudden you start uncovering something with like a hard edge to it. You know, because caves generally don't have hard edges. That's like something you don't really see in nature. But then all of a sudden you see like a hard edge on something and you're like, oh, that's a bookshelf, you know. But truthfully, though, I mean, we're in the deep end of something that's probably not good for us. I mean, we're in a cultist cave, shooting lasers at the walls. I don't see this going well for us in any meaningful fashion. Take a look at that map again. Cultist Monastery. So we're going up somewhere I haven't seen yet. Well, you can see some more things. Is there a reason why I just... Oh, did I click out? Try that again. Lake entrance. I can't see the rest of that. Maybe if I zoom out, I can catch it with the camera. Not really. I think we'll have to wait till we get a bit closer to it. I hear a lot of water noises. I would guess that because it looks like there's a lot of stalactites. The water's just kind of raining off of them into a rather large room. So that's water, I think. In fact, it looks like they hit the water, but they can't actually stay in the water. Kind of curious if I can go in water or if I die. Okay, I don't think the Oculus Rift is designed to be immersed in water. That may be the problem we're currently facing. Don't worry. Version 2.0 is going to have water submersion capabilities, so you can submerge your entire room in water to give you just an even greater VR experience. Oh no! I'm buzzing. Makes weird noises when you try to use it after it's been immersed. That looks like a way we could go. I've talked about this before as well, but it does feel somewhat relevant right now. While I like these exploration games, I'm not good at them in terms of let's playing them. Because I have a lot of trouble coming up with dialogue to talk about. Yeah, I believe we're just going to have to wade through this. So I don't think that inherently hurts us, but I do think that it makes you unable to do any more scanning. Which, if you consider getting lost in a dark cave to be a loss of some sort, then you might consider that hurt in some way. Well, there's something there. I mean, this music's feeling a little culty. I don't know about you. Which trials came much later? Am I going the right way? I guess so. Lake entrance. They used to drag witches down here and purge them in huge numbers. Evil throughout the ages. There's no doubt they believed in the myths. There's no accident they chose this cave. Oh, are those like cages that they lowered into the water to drown the witches? They wanted to imprison the evil down here as internal... What is the word I'm looking for? Eternal punishment. I want to know how we got into this cave in the first place. Because I think it's time to go back. We need to go home. It's a bad place. Okay, there's another shore over there. It's the fear of the unknown, really. That's what I'm getting right now. That when you land over here, you can't immediately start uncovering the environment again. You gotta wait a bit. Whether you want to or not. Okay, yeah, I don't think much is going on with that over there. Purging cages. I forgot you can move. Lake exit. Okay. Did wonder if it was true, of course. No way, these were just glitches. Ugh. Some more cages. How much death occurring in such a confined space? What horrors must they have seen in their final moments? I think this is something. I can't tell what this is. But it's got, like, lines in it. It almost looks like a rib cage. You know, just based off the limited, like, visual information I can get right now. That's water. This is land. Horrors await us. It'd be kind of interesting to see, you know, once you finish the game, what this map looks like full bright, you know? Although, I kind of have the feeling that a game like this probably doesn't have any actual textures. Like, I have a texture for my hand and the gun. You know, in that little bit we saw at the beginning. Ooh, there's something down there. And I feel like a big portion of the rest of this game probably doesn't have any textures. But, to be fair, while you do have to design the rest of this game to be the way it is, if you don't really have to texture much of anything, I'm sure that cuts down on development time a lot. You know, I mean, maybe they make some very basic textures for the purposes of running through the game and making sure everything works right. I think I'm gonna have to jump in the water. But beyond that, you probably don't have to have really any textures. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to jump in. Alright. Something's clearly very upset that I'm lighting up his cave. Did we even have to jump in that water? I don't even know. Where does this go? If this connects back to that pathway I was just on, I don't think we actually had to. Probably not. How that all fades away. I'm kind of curious how YouTube's going to deal with this. Because I know YouTube has a habit of crushing really dark scenes particularly well. And I mean, basically the entire background of this game is darkness. So I wonder if it's going to deal with that well or not. I'm just gonna end up with like a big blurry mess. Is that thing like emitting gas? No, that was weird. Something was lit up over there for a period of time. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. Oh. There is something over there. So anytime I was hearing that screaming, something's jumping out of the water. It might be if you stay in the water too long, it gets you. That's a little concerning. Alright, what do we got now? Scanner resolution. Ah, more shoots! So I mean we can really quickly long range shoot now. Or if we do a big spread like this, it still coats the room pretty good. We go for like a halfway, that's gonna make it a lot easier to see normally. Noises. These noises, I can hear them. Invisible level parkour. favorite. The dead still roam the cave halls. This is coating the walls real good now. Let's just get that right in our face so we can't see anything. Excellent. Squishy wet noises. That's a boat. Don't think this boat is operational. Let's give it a real good paint. It might be. 'Cause I don't think I can go any farther normally, so this might be the way to go. Yep, okay. We're boating now. Once you land in the boat, WAS controls your movement. Gotcha. Fair enough. Let's see where we're at map-wise. We are going down the thing. Good to know. Enjoying our nice ride down the lazy river in our very red boat. Sorry, I ran the boat into something. These like bioluminescent algae or something? Oh. All the color falls off them. That's good. I was worried we were going to lose the cool effect of that roof if it was covered up with all this color, I suppose. But that's cool. I like how it just kind of drips off it like water. That's a really cool effect. I don't think it's horror. I think it's mostly just like psychological. Oh, you can see the reflection of the lights. That's kind of trippy, actually. That's cool. I like that. What's all this? Oh, this must be like the edges of the cavern in that room I was in. That really big room. You know, you don't want to really have the player see too much. So you just make the room, like, abnormally large in a way they can't get to anyway. That makes sense when you think about it like that. This one isn't dripping off the colors. Room feels very big. Very, very big. I mean, it's cool and all. But don't forget, we are in a cave where a bunch of cultists murdered people. Gotta keep things in perspective. There's like a weird visual bug happening there. I don't know why the boat got turned around. Maybe I was pushing the wrong button. Now we've left the guitar room, and now we're like, oh right, yeah. That was really cool, but this cave was full of cultists. Can't forget that. Wasn't there another spot? I thought there was. Maybe not. I do hope we get out of this boat soon. It's rather slow. I think the water might end up here. It's hard to get a good, like, visual picture of this. I'm not exactly sure where we'd go. Oh, I think it ends right here. Yeah, it does. Back on foot. That was slow. That was very slow. Another upgrade. Whoa. Like, guy hitting things over here. Oh, mining. Gotcha. So you can... Excuse me. So many have died down here. Miners that came for work, they were just as superstitious. They were terrified of this place. I mean, that's cool, but is there a reason why I'm looking for things made out of presumably metal? Others that lost their lives to negligence. Are they trapped down here too? Do I do anything with that? I don't think so. Oh, I see. It helps you distinguish the environment a bit. Like, from here it looks like there's something there, something kind of pointy. But this really tells you that there's definitely something here. It's made out of a different material than the rest. I see why it's useful. It's made out of... appears to be wood. Oh, more people died. I guess their bridge broke, maybe? Can I go up there or not? Kind of looked like I could, but I might not be able to. Kinda? Maybe? Are you supposed to go up here? Well, you can, but I don't think I can get on this bridge. Though I kinda have a feeling... Yeah. White is metal. The brown, I think, is wood. Got a feeling we will be going up there at some point. I don't think I'm necessarily supposed to be up here. Man, I could kill myself real good doing this. Alright, let's just go back down here where it's safer. Ooh. That's a noisy jumping sound when you can't actually jump. Yeah, I mean, you could still see well enough with this. I mean, we have so far, but turning on material scanner kind of paints a slightly different picture. Like, this looks like it's made out of some sort of material. You're going to guess boards, especially based off the sound you're hearing, but once you see this brown, you can really connect it to this is definitely wood. And this is also highly unsafe. So don't tell OSHA about this. Good thing this isn't our job. Industrial accident. 19 dead? Year 1927. Looks like there was also a later year where 84 died that we're going to run into probably. Okay, that is a rock, I think. Yeah, because green is rock. Or cave, or something. Man, you slip on everything in this game. Okay, we got blue now. Blue is something else. I see some blue over here. What is blue? Some sort of fastener material for the bottom of these, like, fence posts. Thank goodness these scanners are here. I don't know who placed them, but somebody did, obviously. Let me help you out there. I can scan a bit better than you guys can, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's see what this is made out of. Concrete? That would make sense if they had concrete fasteners or concrete, like, things at the bottom. That might be made out of concrete. Maybe. I mean, what else would you make stairs out of that you would also fasten a safety fence with? Does it matter that all of this is in my memory? Does it make it any less real? I was there. I was the first. Something precarious is going to happen up here, I'm feeling. Oh, nope, nope. Is this where the other guys died? Oh. It's kind of hard to see. I think this is also kind of lowering my frame rate a bit. Memorial Museum. Ooh! That was a close one. Stop slipping and everything. Going by the color scheme, are these people made out of wood? Maybe it's part of the Memorial Museum. I'm thinking. I do like the rainbow color scheme, though. That's still really cool. Yeah. Those are like statues made out of wood. Open 1985, closed 1989. So it was open for 4 years. I wonder why. Maybe they didn't fancy the idea of the cultist mining cave being open all the time. I don't know, people just don't want to come to the cultist mining cave as a museum. Yeah. I mean, you can clearly see the people's shapes, but it's a lot harder to distinguish against that background. But when different colors are applied, it's so much easier. Now, yeah, this reminds me of caves that I've visited. Like, I want to say it's the biggest cave in North America, or at least America. I don't know if it's the biggest in the world. But Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. I visited a couple times when I used to live in that area. And this reminds me a lot of it. Like these little, you know, the stairways, but you're still being encroached by, you know, cave walls. I always loved how they, you know, without destroying the environment too much. As little as possible, you know, it seems to be the way they try to do it. Fitting in stairs, in railways and stuff to make it safe enough for the general population to go through them. But, you know, you can still see very much that the cave is still here. I remember coming down like it was yesterday. Hoping I'd find something below. Hoping it wouldn't be another empty cave. Wish I'd been better prepared. So we can't go in there. But we need to, I think, to get out. I want to say that's the way out. So, obviously we're getting the story in little snippets here. But my current thought process is... we were at the end of the cave, right? And we backtracked through it. Like, we've been backtracking through it with the end goal basically being to get out. Now you can see that a lot better. Just kind of goes up. So, that's my current suspicion. I really only saw up until where we saw that first guy. So I really haven't seen, like, much of this game other than, obviously, what we played through. I think we're getting close-ish to the end at this point. Maybe not wood. Maybe that's some other kind of metal or something. How we get in there? I don't think any of these other buttons do anything. I guess in a game like this, that's what you would do if you got really stuck, would be just to keep painting the walls until you locate something that looks different.